Question 5d. Give one way that carbon dioxide emissions can be reduced when a plastic bottle is manufactured as worth 1 mark. So give one way. Well, what could you use? The easiest way of doing it is to use recycled plastic. So use recycled plastic. You could reuse the bottle. You could, what else could you do? You could use less plastic in the bottle. Okay, so use recycled plastic, I'm going to say. Equally, you could say use less plastic, because you could have had less plastic actually in the bottle itself. A thinner bottle or whatever else. Part E. Explain how the percentages of nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere today have changed from the Earth's early atmosphere. Okay, so how has it changed? And it's worth 6 marks. Now, this is a lovely question if a question like this should come up. And this is one of the times when I would say for definite, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we use so circle, underline, bullet, or headings. Here is the time when I'd probably use headings. I've got 3 different things I have to talk about. And explain, remember, is a describe plus. So describe what happens, say why it happens. So I consider that as a describe plus question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about here, I'm going to talk about nitrogen for these two. These two, I'm going to talk about oxygen. I'm going to say what's happened and then say why it's happened. And the last one here will be carbon dioxide. Okay, so the first thing, what's happened to the amount of nitrogen, percentage of nitrogen. So percentage of nitrogen increased. Okay, I'm going to say why that is, or why. I'm going to put nitrogen, there we go, so examine the nose, talk about nitrogen. This was because volcanoes released nitrogen. Okay, so volcanoes release nitrogen. Oxygen, 2 bullets here for oxygen. What happened? Oxygen increase, so percentage of oxygen increased. Okay, why was that? This was because plants and algae, or just plants were pretty fine, but I know also that algae did it. Algae made oxygen during photosynthesis, and that's the key kind of thing. There's 2 things that happened really with the Earth's early atmosphere, 2 things you need to know about. One is the volcanoes, and the other is the introduction of plants and green algae that started doing photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide, so percentage of carbon dioxide. Okay, and hopefully these are the things you just need to know. But carbon dioxide decreased. I know we're worried about it increasing now, but it was far, far higher. Percentage of carbon dioxide decreased. This was because this is back to the plants and algae. Plants and algae used carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. Okay, now it might well be that you also know other things as well about this. You also know that some also dissolved. I'm going to add these because I know them. Some also dissolved in oceans. The oceans formed because the Earth cooled, because there was less carbon dioxide around. Okay. Right. Hope that all helps. I'll see you in the next topic.